Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is Lost Lures Fishing and you have found yourself on JT's Bearfoot Outdoor Adventures, but as you may notice, something is different. So what's different is somewhere between desire and willingness and affordability, Mr. Bear found a boat. Oh yeah, she ain't no brand new bass boat or nothing, but I'd like to introduce you to Shakabuku. For those of you unfamiliar with the term, Shakabuku is a swift spiritual boot to the head that permanently alters your view of reality. And that really relates to how I came about to getting this fine boat. A 1975 Anchor Industries watercraft, built in Brandon, Manitoba, so like 100 and so kilometers away. Fantastic. I myself am a classic 1975 model, so I felt the year was just a beautiful starting point for me. I can't say that I can throw her on the water today because there are some issues. $700 boat, you understand, right? But there are also a couple of cosmetic things I think I'd like to fix first. This windshield doesn't really do it for me. The drag I got towing this behind the Jeep, ridiculous, and I blame the windshield entirely. So I might get a new custom job that kind of just comes up above the steering wheel to block my hands from the wind spray and such. Keep them a little bit warmer while I'm hauling across the water. But the gentleman I bought it from had started it as a project boat. So this is new carpet. There are steering issues I need to deal with. The throttle seems to work. It shifts the gears on this. Oh, I can't wait to show you the back, the motor nice and close. But anyway, the throttle does seem to shift the gears. It does seem to affect the gas. Well, at least the lever on the outboard. It's got the original seats in here. I mean, I love the orange, right? Like, it goes with the hat, it goes with my favorite sweatshirt, it goes with the colors that I'm going to be using for the Lost Lures Fishing logo on my hoodie. It's fantastic. Now, I don't have the drainage plug that should be back there, but I'm guessing that's a standard size part. And if it's not, I know for a fact I can make something out of PVC because that's just what I do. So insert train in the background. Very determined train. We have got a little bit of excessive wiring here, but I'm told when the battery is in there, the lights and, you know, cue train again, horn will work just fine. That little safety light is as far up as it can currently go. I might install something different on there in time, but I wanted to show you this beauty of an outboard. I believe this is a 1963 from my search on Google Images, but any of you who might have been around when this was new could feel free to let me know if I'm right or wrong there. 28 horsepower, so that should be enough to do my fishing for sure, but the woman, the boy, they like to ski, you know. I like to drive things. So I think we could have a good combination here. It all seems as though it should work, and the ad read that everything does work. It was just off of a different boat. So the wiring needs to be hooked up. And near as I can tell, the steering needs to be hooked up. We're guessing right now, I haven't done my appropriate research yet because I only just got this a couple days ago, but we're guessing this attaches to the center here, which of course turns the motor. And yeah, that should be pretty straightforward to fix or replace, so I'm not too worried about that. Got to get a battery, got to get a gas can, things like that. But what a classic old outboard. Kind of cute, kind of sexy. And if I get into real trouble, we've got an old iron club that fixes up old tractors and old, well, farmer toys. I imagine they could step-by-step me through this easy enough. I know it's a two-stroke, so I also think that means it needs like a mixed gas. More research is necessary, but my immediate assumption is something like the chainsaw and the tiller, so like a 50-to-1 ratio. Not too hard to deal with. Everything seems pretty solid. I'm assured it floats. There was a little bit of damage to the fiberglass. Actually, there's lots of little bits of damage to the fiberglass, but most of that is easy enough to work with, and kind of needed an excuse to learn how to do fiberglassing and resin anyway. Now, there's a spot where he did some fiberglassing and resin work, whatever it should be referred to as, and yeah, a little rough. My finger pushes in a little further there than I might like. So before this does go in the water, I'm going to put another patch on that. And then I think I might just put a massive Band-Aid sticker over it, because why not, you know? I can't believe I found a bright orange 1975 boat. Now, the thing that makes this particularly interesting to me is, if you recall from my previous videos about being up at Little Jackfish Lake and things like that, I was prepared to save up and, well, find and save up some 35,000 beer cans to turn them in to get that used bay liner. And really, at $700 for a boat, a motor, and albeit a homemade trailer that has some issues, but it got it half an hour drive on mostly gravel dirt roads, so her issues are mostly cosmetic. Anyway, $700 for all that is only 7,000 beer cans, so that's not a bad deal. I don't think the Bayliner had a motor. Doesn't matter anyway, the ad is gone, and I now have Shakabuku. So all of that wonderful savings in mind, I'm still fully intending to clean up all the beer cans that I find at all these fishing sites, because in general, I'm a firm believer in the idea of leave the place cleaner than you found it, and don't leave your litter in nature in general. That's just rude. So, you know, why not? And like I say, 7,000 beer cans. I think that's a pretty realistic goal with the amount of drinking and driving that happens out here in the country. Honestly, I'm surprised we don't lose more people than we do. But you know what really kills people out here? Ice fishing. Every year, ice fishing claims a life. People wonder why I won't do it. That said, I don't know. I might give it a try this year. Thank you all for joining me for this very special video today. I'm very pleased to share Shakabuku with you guys and explain the story of how I got my project boat. And just, yeah, if you're out there looking for an opportunity, just have faith, put a little positive energy into it, come up with creative ideas, and you never know what you might just find. This is what I found. So next year for sure, we're definitely going to be out on these lakes exploring them. I think we're going to be catching some much larger fish. So it's worth the subscribe if you're new here. Anyway, much love. Thank you for joining me. Next time I see you, we're probably going to be out on the shore fishing again, or maybe on a dock, or I don't know, but there will be fishing.